Hey, what's up, everyone? It's me, Dre. It was late at night. I'm getting ready to go to the gym. Now, before I was going to head out, and I'm sitting on the couch just relaxing. My wife is sitting next to me, and she's looking at her Facebook feeds, and she comes across this one feed about a cop in California who shoots a dog. Now, I took a look at the video, and I'm pretty stunned by what I saw. Now, for me posting this video, I'm not in defense of the dog owner or the cop. I'm trying to see things objectively from both sides. But essentially, with this video, what I saw was that it all started out with there was some sort of raid on a home, several, officer vehicles in the area, and of course, we all know in this day and age when there's some sort of a crime scene going on, the general public is going to be there and trying to capture the moment, especially in this day and age with smartphones and cameras and everything. So there's this one gentleman that was recording, who was also had his dog on a leash, a Rottweiler. The dog itself, looked like it was maybe an adolescent. For dog owners to understand, with a Rottweiler, that adolescent is going to be about 100 to 110, maybe 120 pounds, and this gentleman, he was just kind of moving around, recording, just getting everything on film. And, you see two cops kind of walk a distance down the sidewalk. And, if you look closely, you'll be able to see that there were some people that were apprehended sitting in the grass, handcuffed. So all of a sudden this gentleman, he's walking with his dog onto the sidewalk, didn't try to approach. He must have been a good 25 to 30 feet away from the two cops and the detainees. So the cops, they would periodically look back at him, all the while. The bystander, he's got his camera trained on the two cops. And after all, the bystander, he kind of detects that, they're probably going to come at him. So he decides to put his dog in the car. Only thing is, the windows were down. So as he puts his dog away, he's approaching the cops, and they're basically saying, approach us backwards. You don't hear it, but from everything you see, he walks towards him, then he turns around, he submits, doesn't put up any type of fight. And, one cop, puts his hand, wraps his hands behind him, and then another cop pulls out some cuffs. And within a good 10, 15 seconds of both cops handling the dog owner, all of a sudden the dog goes ape shit. Now, mind you, a well-trained dog is going to have the mentality to protect its owner. So naturally, the dog is barking. You hear some people in the background who are filming everything, saying, uh-oh. They understand the dog is getting extremely agitated. And you see a third cop come off from the side of the view. And next thing you know, with the windows down, the dog gets out. Now, at this point, the cops have a concern because they already have someone that they've detained, and now they have a pissed off Rottweiler, 110, 120 pound Rottweiler, rushing at them. Now, the owner, he's trying to kick his feet just to keep the dog at bay. And for a split second, the dog is submitting. He's, is kind of calming down. But here's the fucked up part that makes the situation worse. The third cop that came into view, he pulls out his sidearm and he goes to reach for the fucking leash. Now, mind you, the dog is already pissed off. He wants to protect his owner. He's already agitated. And then you have the person who he feels is assailing his owner is reaching for him. So naturally, he's in attack mode now. And the dog, he kind of snaps. Cop pulls back. The owner is still trying to kick to calm the dog down. And like a fucking idiot, the cop goes to reach for the leash again. The dog reaches up, almost clamps on to the forearm. And now all of a sudden, with the right to protect himself, the cop discharges the gun, shoots the dog 4 times. The dog reels around. Obviously, you don't see it die, because the video pretty much stops at, shortly after that happens. People screaming in the background. Now, me, once again, I'm not taking either side. it was a damning situation primarily because the dog hadn't gotten out. But at the same time, the officer is culpable primarily because it was a volatile situation to begin with. He should have not tried to reach for the leash. The dog already being pissed off. Rottweilers are strong, so if they get a hold of you, you know, you're going to need to do some serious fighting. So I don't think the cop did it maliciously. I honestly think that he was doing it to protect himself, but at the same time, his judgment. He used piss poor judgment in trying to reach for that leash. Not once, but twice. He tried to reach for the fucking leash twice, and that's what really, really made the situation more explosive. And the worst part about it is the owner, having seen basically his child, you know, for any dog owner who's raised it from a puppy and taken care of it, taught it, you know, trained it, you know, that's their child. So now this gentleman is practically seeing his child killed right in front of him. So you see him losing it. And of course, the people, the bystanders around are also pretty in shock of this whole situation. Once again, it's a fucked up situation. I feel like if anything, the cop is only going to get a slap on the wrist. Who knows what the fuck is going to happen, you know, when that judgment is passed down after a thorough investigation, if that happens. But once again, this isn't me against the police, because I do think officers out there do a good job. You do have some fucked up cops, but you have some really good cops that are out there to really do some good. But once again, this was a bad situation made worse because of bad judgment. Piss poor, stupid ass judgment. Want you guys to chime in. I know a lot of you are going to have some strong opinions, some positive, some negative. As I stated, I tried to look at this objectively, but if you do like this comment, I do suggest that you like, subscribe, and share. Peace.